No. Tell us secrets, Pat.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Our interview with Per Arne in Larvik, Norway. And after...
All right, so now we have to talk to the heat of the sun.
Okay,
Oh, it's on?
You abuse it, I'm just going to block your name.
Right, yes. Right.
That's
And
all.
I said your name. You always let
Kandi,
me say your name. I'm
I
sorry.
do. No, it's fine.
I just usually don't do
No.
that.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Kandi Thompson.
And Garrett Gray.
So thank you guys so much for joining us today. We have the greatest story for you today. It's such a feel-good story. So we're so excited to introduce my friend Sean. Sean, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. So we have, so Sean and I have, we have had a relationship for a while because we actually listed her house for her, and we just knew that the Lord had put us together for a reason. And so it was, let's see, it was 2 years ago, 1 year. Was it 1 year or 2 years this last June?
I want to say it was about 2 years.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I remember that it was on Juneteenth. So it was on June 19th because I wasn't sure what to, no, you couldn't contact anybody and have it
Really
be
hot.
Yeah, very
day.
hot, very, very hot. And so I was at a property doing, an owner had contacted me. I was in a situation where it was like the tenant was buying the property, and so they were paying the mortgage, and then they actually left, and he found out through the grapevine that they weren't there anymore, and they had horses, and actually they had so many reptiles and so many things in this house, and so he was really concerned about the condition. So he said, "Hey, will you come out?" It was a Monday, but because it was a holiday, we closed the office. So I'm like, "Sure, we'll go out." So we go out. It's super hot. I mean, this was like one of the heat waves in at that time. It was probably like 102 to 103 that day.
Yeah.
So we go out, and I mean, the house had been cleaned out. The interior had been cleaned out as good as possible. But I mean, it was a hot mess.
Let's paint this picture. It wasn't the best looking house.
It was gonna have to be a cash only deal.
Cash
Yeah.
only.
It was rough.
Destroyed house.
They've been gone 9 days.
Yep. They'd been gone 9 days.
Yeah.
And there was someone who was staying in the garage. They had an
Right.
apartment there. And so we get there, he's showing me the outside. He had told me that the previous tenants had horses there, and it was on like an acre and a half. So I thought, okay, well, I mean, I didn't see any horse fencing. So as we're walking around the side of the house, he's like, "This was the horse fencing," and I was like, that's strange. That's not horse fencing, but whatever. So we come around the back corner of the house, and on my peripheral, I see an animal in a cage, in a fenced-in area on the side, and I thought, "Oh my gosh!" So I look, it was a miniature horse.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I want you to know, we didn't know if it was a miniature horse
Right.
or, I mean, I didn't know if it was a pony. It was just
Looking at it, it was a
horse.
very
like
deprived
literally
horse
this
too.
big.
Yes. So I was like, "Oh gosh!" And in my brain, I thought to myself, "Well, someone's staying in the garage, so that horse is taken care of, right?" And we were too far to see it very close up. So as we were talking on this side of the house, the horse pawed at the fence. And it was so interesting to me because I've never seen a horse do that before. But I'm like an animal person. So my heart instantly is thinking that horse is trying to communicate with us.
Right.
So I was like, "Oh, that was kind of interesting." So we keep talking, and he's explaining things about the property, and the horse does it again. And so I said, "I'm so sorry, Mike, but this horse is calling us. So I have to go over and check on it, make sure it's okay." And now you guys are going to see in the video what I walked up on, and I
Sad.
almost died. Somebody should have gone to jail, to be honest with you. So the horse was so thin you could put your fingers through its ribs. It was in a cage, it was fenced in an area that right outside of the area between you and me, Garrett, was a bathtub full of water.
Yeah.
There was no water inside for that horse, not one drop.
No food.
No food. There was no hay anywhere. And that horse was so sweet. And you would think I thought this horse could be very skittish because obviously it's massively neglected. So I thought it was not. We reached over the fence and it just wanted to love. It just
So it
wanted to
the
be
attention.
it wanted to be
touch,
pet.
yeah.
And it was asking for help. I totally knew that it was asking for help. And so instantly I'm like, okay, so house goes out the window, horse now comes in, and I said to Adam, we have to find someone to take this horse home or it's going in the back of my Range Rover and I'm taking it home, right? Like I have dogs that are about this big, we're taking this horse home, but I mean, we're not equipped for horses. I don't know how to do
What's
horses,
the first?
right?
Yeah. What's the first
Yes.
step? You don't even know.
Literally. So the first thing we do is we get a bucket of water and we put it in there, but we also want to be cautious that it doesn't drink too much to make itself sick. So it instantly starts drinking the water down. And I tried to call animal control because I didn't know what to do. Like, first of all, I think this person should be in trouble, whoever has this horse. And so we call animal control. Of course, you can't get through because it's a holiday.
Right.
So my next phone call was Sean. So Sean has a really awesome property in Pine Grove that it's amazing. And how many acres do you have?
11.
11. Okay.
10.56.
Yes.
I would say round up 11.
So she has horses. She actually has a miniature horse. Is a
Yeah.
pony?
Actually, Molly is a triple registered miniature horse.
Okay. So
My granddaughter will definitely correct you if you call her a pony.
got it.
She will.
Yes. So I was like, I have to call Sean. I mean, you don't know, like, what are the odds that Sean's going to be able to take this horse? But I'm like, we've got to call someone. We got to figure out. I'm not leaving this house with this horse here. So we're going to figure something out. And at the end of the day, like, the tenant had paid rent through June. So, I mean, even though they left the horse for dead, clearly, they were still tenants of that property. And so I know that the owners, now that the owners were there and they saw the condition the horse was in, now they could actually fall responsible if something happens. Because when you see something like that, once you see something that's wrong like that, it's how you respond in that moment, right? So before they couldn't have been responsible, and I don't know that they would have been responsible for the neglect, but ultimately, like, knowing that this was there.
Animals
So
on their property,
Well, and they're amazing people anyway. There's no way they would have let this horse stay.
Right.
So I called Sean, and you were on your way home from Sacramento, right?
Yeah, I was actually discharged from a hospital from a incident with a horse.
Oh my
throwing
gosh.
a barn over. And I wasn't working, so you were calling us when I was on my way back from the hospital.
Right. And I say, so Sean, here's the situation. I'm going to text you a picture right now.
Yeah.
So Sean is like, animal lover to the core, right? So she is instantly furious. Like, and so she said, we're going home, we're hooking up the horse trailer, and we'll be right there. It still gives me goosebumps.
There's no way I'm going to look at that picture and say,
oh, no.
No, absolutely not.
So I am like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, what are the odds that, and so you come out and get the horse, and thank God you're a horse person because you know what to do. But there was no way of even opening the fence. Like, I mean, we literally had to take the fence apart to get the horse out.
Makeshift dog kennel.
It was.
It was really pitiful.
That's how I'm kind of picturing it too.
It
was like maybe 4 foot by 4 foot. It wasn't even big.
No, it was so awful.
Really
and there
sad.
was
no shade at all.
Yeah.
Well, it did have the
heat.
area that it could go in, like inside of like a shed, if you will, that had like
It
a
was
door
against
cut
the
out.
shed,
Oh,
but-
it was just even against it.
It
It was up against it.
It was so
Yeah.
horrible.
Wow.
And so so Sean gets there and so we're like waiting patiently. And the owner is so funny because he's like, so we're kind of stealing this horse. I go, oh, you're damn right. We're stealing this horse. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, we're not leaving this horse here because whoever has this horse does not deserve it and they're not taking care of it. And no exaggeration, had we not gone out that day, like that's totally how God works, that horse would have died. It had no water. And after that, remember, it jumped to like 106 the next day.
Yeah.
That horse would have died. It was so sad. So Sean comes and gets the horse and they back it all up and give it feed, right? And
I had some alfalfa, so it walked right into the 3-horse trailer. But she walked in with her head down like it was the end of the world.
Oh.
She had like no little look at her, but it was almost like she was happy we were there to save her. But at the same time, she was just barely could get in the trailer.
Literally.
But she seen the food, and it was like, I'm saved. But her poor little heart was just broken.
Yes. And it was so sad. And Sean even said you could tell by the way that she acted when she got in the horse trailer. She'd probably never been in a horse trailer in her whole life.
Probably not.
Yeah. So she put food in there and thankfully you only live a few minutes away from that. So put food in there and got her home. And so I just thought to myself, like, I know that this horse is still completely malnutritioned and completely neglected.
Yeah.
But tonight she's going to bed with a full belly.
Yeah.
And I was so grateful.
And I took pictures of everything because she had, she was not only skin and bones, but she had sores all on her back, in the hair. She had rain rot through her mane where she had lost a lot of her mane. If you picked up her little like she had sores and big old gouges here and all up and down her legs. So I took pictures of everything when I got home and the condition of the horse. Because if somebody came to the house, somebody was going to jail.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Wasn't gonna be me.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
But I was gonna make sure if somebody tried to say that was their horse,
Right.
that they weren't gonna get off my property unless they were in handcuffs.
Wow.
Yes.
No, for
That's
sure.
why I
you
love
have
that
to,
Sean
right?
took the horse.
Yeah, and
Yes.
there's a picture of her when she got there, and she walked up in the video of her seeing the other mini, and it was just pure excitement of there's somebody my size.
I love that.
That's so nice.
And
I love that. And you know what was so sad to me too is they had other horses. So they took their other horses off of that property and they left her.
Wow.
They left her. And so I want you to know, I wanted to like totally flood social media with who this person is, right?
Yeah.
Videos. And at that time, the person, I don't know if they still do, but they worked
Right.
for the school district at that time. And I just wanted to flood videos on who this was. But at the end of the day, I was like, we kind of stole the horse. So we may not want to do
let's not
that.
do that,
Yeah, we did actually take the horse off the property. And so
no, technically God gave her to us
Boom.
God totally gave her to us.
because He sent you, and you had already been connected with me,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was no way I was going to leave the horse.
Yeah.
And then this it started. I had to buy all sorts of feed.
Right.
I had to start with medical and treating all of her sores.
Right.
It's a lot to put into a horse, this malnutrition.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was difficult when they said, "Oh, she can't gain weight and she's old."
Yeah.
But when the vet
Yeah.
checked her, she wasn't old.
She wasn't
Yeah.
old.
And
Yeah.
it's funny that you could see by the video, she had no problem gaining weight when you fed her.
Right.
You can see
got
that in the video.
pretty fat.
She's very healthy. Yeah. Yeah. And she's so, to see her then in the pictures and the coloring and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh,
and
it's just
now
night and day, man.
it doesn't, you
You
would
wouldn't
not
even recognize the horse.
You wouldn't know. You
Not
know what
even
I always
visually.
recognize though is her tuft of hair in the front. I'm like, oh no, this is totally her.
So this was, we're saying about a year ago, 2 years ago
2
now,
years
you're
ago
picking
in
this
June.
up.
Yeah.
Wow. And then so you got, for 2 years, you've been pretty much nurturing. When was it that you could see that she made this full recovery back?
She actually made a full recovery within 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like literally once, because apparently she couldn't gain weight, is what they
Right.
said. She had some kind of disease.
Supposedly.
But when you give a horse the right food,
Yeah.
and you have to, when you take a malnutrition horse, it's like special grain, special weight gainers, special oils. You have to make sure you don't shock their system, but bring them up gradually. I had to worm her, I had to have the vet check her, I had to make sure that every single sore and the mane rot was treated correctly. And she just started putting on weight. I'd say like within the week, you could see as the time progressed in the video, she literally just put on weight. And then here's this big fat furry ball by winter. And it's like
awesome.
wintertime, I'm like, oh Lord, that's not the same horse.
Right.
She looks like a baby elephant. But she's just like, and then
hilarious.
and as she was gaining weight, she literally didn't trust anybody. When we got her at first, it was like she'd put back her ears and she'd kick you, and she was just like beat. Like first it was like she didn't move at all. Then it went into self-defense. All she wanted to do was kick and fight. And my granddaughter, Bonnie, she's only like, she was 6 at the time, because she kind of grew up with the horse. She went out there and worked with her every day. Don't kick, stop kicking, be
Nice.
good. And she actually taught her to trust a child.
Nice.
Because when the kids would get near her, she'd get very defensive.
Yeah.
And now she's gotten to where the kids all went out there. Even my other grandkids went out there, and I've got 12 grandkids, mind you, 12. Okay, the last
This
one was
horse
born.
needs to love kids.
I got another one that was born on Valentine's Day this year.
Congratulations.
So my beautiful Mia. So I do have 12 grandkids. They're all very horse orientated. Melania, my granddaughter, went out there and worked with her on a regular basis. Connor, my grandson. All the grandkids went out there and helped her to build trust.
I love that.
So I'd say they all worked, and she was in the right family. She's seen us come out there every day. She knew she was getting grain. She knew she was getting there. And then she got used to the big horses.
Yeah.
Because they're all in a different pen. But her little butt would run out there, sneak under the fence, and I'd look out on the 11 acres, and here I'd see the horses running, and Diamond be in the front, running as fast as she could. And then she'd run really super fast with the big horses chasing her, and she'd run through the fence.
Oh,
And I'm like,
really
oh,
funny.
you're kidding me.
Yes.
And it's like, Diamond, stop that.
She's cracking me up. She has the funniest little personality too.
Oh, yeah.
So you were so funny. I know within the first couple days as we were communicating, you were saying like, you sent me a video because the other, so the Molly, is that your other
Yeah,
miniature?
the other Molly.
Yes. So
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Oh, that is
That's what the
so
grandkids
cute.
call
I
her.
love that. So Molly was standing outside of the feed barn, and you didn't see Diamond anywhere, and you're like, oh my gosh, is she in there again? She just kept sneaking into the feed barn and eating. That was hilarious. We're like, well, yeah, she probably would. She hasn't eaten for a long time.
And Molly kept looking back like it's not me. And then
It
I
was
go,
hilarious.
Diamond, and she
Yeah.
poke her head out like, oh no.
It was hilarious.
I'm
She
like,
just was
"Ugh."
standing outside waiting for Diamond because she's in there. Which Diamond was a perfect name, and I know you waited a little while to who came up with that name?
Granddaughter Aaliyah came up with that.
I love
So when we got her, Aaliyah was the first one that started brushing her. So what she did was she was brushing her, and she was brushing over her little ribs and everything because all of her bone. And I said, Aaliyah, what are we going to call her? I said, it has to be special.
Yeah.
Because I know she's going to be special. And she looked at her and she goes, Nana, she's a diamond in the rough.
Oh, I love that.
She goes, we're going to call her Diamond.
I like
You know
that.
what is
So
so
my
funny? It
granddaughter
gives me
Aaliyah named her.
goosebumps
That's a good one.
to see where she was the day that we got her. And I mean, I'm not like, people would think that we AI'd that photo. Like people would think that we actually did artificial intelligence on
Well,
that
that's
photo
smart.
because-
I don't know how to do AI.
No, but like that's how bad it is. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not very common. And that was when you were sending me photos and videos for the first couple weeks. The way that I could tell she was gaining weight is because you could see less and less of her ribs.
Yep.
How sad is that? It was so crazy. But then it was, when you said Diamond, I was like, I love that so much. But now to see where she is, she was 100% a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
And actually, when they took first place in the Ione, in the Ione homecoming parade,
Okay.
the announcer said her name is Diamond in the Rough
I love that.
because they said she's definitely a diamond, and they know her story.
Oh, they
and the
do.
little girl riding her, Kenna, Diamond and her just fell in love.
How old is Kenna?
Kenna's 4. She should be about 5 now.
I love that.
She's been riding her since she was 4, so she's 5 now.
I love that.
And that's a lot of the pictures you'll see Kenna holding her and loving her and riding her. And we didn't even know she was rideable.
Right.
Well,
We had
at that
no
point, you
idea.
had no idea what
That's
you're
right.
No.
kind of getting into.
Well, because
so.
she
Yeah,
had,
I had no
you
idea.
called
Yeah.
it saddle rot, right?
She had rain rot all over her
saddle
butt.
sores.
She had sores.
Okay.
The scars on her back and all around her withers look like harness scars.
Oh my God.
And I've been told because they're all up on her withers and they're really big white, so they must have been pretty deep, and they're all down the side of her girth, and she has big old white scars all across there. And I know that she's cart trained because we put something on her and had her pull a wagon, and she pulled a wagon. She was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had no idea she was rideable.
Yeah.
Right.
So we kind of like, so I put a big stuffed monkey on her at first to see
love
what
that.
she would do.
I love that.
And she just looked at the monkey like, yeah, whatever. So then one of my grandkids got brave and they're like, well, let's try this.
Yeah.
And they got on and she just was like, well, let's do this.
Yes.
So now she does horse shows, parades, the announcer, the noises. Don't bother her. She jumps right in the trailer because she knows it's time to go bye-bye.
I love
And yeah, she loves
Smart cookie,
the
man.
horse shows. Loves
Well,
them.
and she does really well in the horse shows.
She took first place
Isn't that crazy?
in lead line. Like we couldn't even catch up to her because Molly's so slow. But she took first place. The first show she took, the second show, all last year.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
got ribbons like
It
all
is
over.
so much fun. And you guys dress her up too. She's been dressed up
She's-
in a lot of fun outfits.
And painted and dressed up. She's had the American flag painted on her side. She's been a carousel horse
I love that.
that had the
picture.
carousel come and clear up.
Yes.
She's been, I mean, she's had lights on her for Christmas. They were all bright. And when she did the Veterans Day parade, she had all these flyers and everything, and just
That is,
a
and you said
flag all on the
miniatures,
side.
miniatures.
Miniatures marching for veterans.
I love
Love it.
that. That is so awesome.
They
So
marched for the veterans.
many of you may have seen Diamond and just didn't know her story
Yeah.
because she has been doing a lot in the community
Yes.
because Sean is super involved in the community. So that is so awesome. And so today she is, how much weight would you say that you think she's gained? I mean, we know she's a little
Lord.
fluffy.
She's gained well over 100 pounds.
Over
She's-
100 pounds.
Yeah, because she was super skinny. Before my mom passed away and she couldn't get out to the horses, Diamond was the one I could bring in the house.
Oh my gosh.
She would go up the steps, down the hallway, into my mom's room, and sit there and let my mom love on her.
Oh, I love that.
So my mom
What a
loves
turnaround
horses.
story, man.
And
She's so special.
she's a giver.
Yeah.
And you know, I can let her out and she won't go anywhere. Well, they don't want to go down the driveway anyway. But she's so funny because she'll just go, as long as you keep the barn closed. She goes everywhere and does everything.
I love that. And so I am so excited for you guys to see this video too. So you will send videos. So like we're big dog people, right? And my daughter Emily just got a chocolate lab recently, and it's just hilarious when these little puppies get the zoomies, right? And they just have to run. I mean, even our big dogs get it, but Diamond gets the zoomies.
She gets the zoomies.
She does. So she'll be out there.
She's
and
even
you'll-
on TikTok with her
Oh,
zoomies.
it's hysterical. She will run and then she's hilarious.
Kicks and bucks. And
Yes,
funny.
and I cannot stop watching the videos because she's still really funny. It's not like she just did it and then you just keep it. Like she keeps doing it.
Yeah.
she does.
I love
And
that.
she's hilarious. And she does have a great personality, and the kids can do everything with her. And I've got a 3-year-old granddaughter that actually goes in there, and she sees Kenna, and she loves Kenna. She just starts pawing and pawing.
love that.
Still paws at the fence. That's how she gets everybody's
Yeah,
attention.
so she took the attention.
It
Yeah,
worked.
It worked.
It definitely worked. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you said before we started filming that there's a chance that Diamond could be pregnant.
Yes, we bought a stallion a year ago, and we got him from Galt, and I brought him beautiful. He's beautiful, jet black, but he has a white, like a skull outline
wow.
on his face, and he was in with the girls. I was a little worried Diamond might not take, because sometimes malnutrition does take
Right.
a tendency to hurt
Oh.
their
Reproductive
and she has been going into heat. And I thought, because Molly's obviously pregnant because she's like, looks like she swallowed a pumpkin. But Diamond was a little behind, but she hasn't went into heat in the last 4 months.
She hasn't.
So,
there's
and
a
her tummy's
chance.
getting almost a little bigger. So we're hoping maybe she's pregnant. The mother does pick the size of the baby, and the father is not too much bigger than Molly. So, and he is a miniature too. So,
Oh, he is.
yes, and
Oh my
they have the same speckles in
Okay.
their coat,
Oh, I
and so
love
we're hoping that they'll throw a speckled baby.
Oh my gosh. So
So-
we're going to bring you an update on this story.
Yes.
We actually have a couple of fun updates to bring you in the future. Yes. So
Yes.
I am so grateful that you decided to come and share this story
thank
with
you for
us.
asking
And
me.
so you have actually rescued another horse since then though, right? Is that the male?
The stallion.
Okay.
We got him. A woman had picked him up from. It was a Spanish that had him used him for like just kids to ride. And when I went to go get him, because she says, "Well, we ain't had him that long. We need to get rid of him. We're going to Texas." I went to Galt and I loaded him up. Well, I kind of noticed he had like his head down, and he was, you always know when a horse is treated like a horse, and not
Right,
like a piece of the
right.
family.
Yeah.
They act like, okay, here I am, I'm property, load me up. And there was no love, no coming up to me, no wanting any kind of affection. In fact, he'd put his ears back when I'd get near him, acting like I was going to do something to him. And I thought, okay, so I spent a lot of time going out there and rubbing him, talking to him, giving him snacks. I kept him separate from the girls for quite a while till I got used to him and told the grandkids, stay away. Well, I've got one grandkid that doesn't stay away from any of the horses. None of them. No matter what I tell this kid, no. Bonnie just goes straight out there.
I love that.
And so she started making it her mission to, like, same thing she did with the other one, is go out there and talk to him. And so she started talking to him, and little by little he started getting like, hey, the other horses are getting attention. I can do this too. So then we realized, hey, wait a minute. we took him to the horse show one time, and we're like, we're going to take him so that he could get used to everything.
Yeah.
And we had him out there, and Molly got a stone in her hoof, so she started limping, and we're like, well, she's got 6 more events, and we don't have another horse for her to ride because Diamond's doing hers. So we threw my daughter on the stallion,
Oh my gosh.
and he was so excited. He was like, something's happening. I get to do stuff.
I love
He
that.
didn't care because he doesn't act like a stallion.
Yeah.
He does not. He doesn't get crazy. He doesn't get stupid. He wanted to run the barrels his way all over my daughter. So my daughter did the lead line, and he was so excited and had so much fun. And my granddaughter fell in love with him, and then he started wanting to be ridden.
Yeah.
Oh my
So all the
gosh.
kids started riding him. I do have a grandson that is socially autistic, but you know, he's really high functioning. He's really great.
Right.
He doesn't like riding any of the horses, but he loves riding that stallion.
Oh my god.
Loves riding that
Sometimes they
stallion.
just connect, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, and he goes, Nana, you can't sell my horse. So then when we put him in with the miniatures with Diamond and Molly just kind of told him, hey, this is the way we do things. The grandkids come in, we got
Story of our
we got a
lives.
really good gig here.
Yeah.
Don't mess it up.
Right.
So now all my grandkids run around with him.
I
I mean,
love
all of them. And you know, Melania goes out there. Connor loves him. My grandkids ride him. I got videos of my granddaughter riding him all over. My 3-year-old loves to ride him.
That's hilarious.
And so now he's just so happy. And
That's
he's just,
awesome.
you know, I've rescued horses all my life.
yeah.
And for some reason, God gives me them.
Yeah.
I mean-
we know why God gives them to you. Yeah. Yeah.
But then when I feel it in my heart that he's telling me it's time and this is the person they need to be with, I've done that.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I've given horses to people who have loved them till they passed.
Oh.
A really good friend of mine, Patricia, did that. And now God's telling me Diamond needs to be with a certain little girl.
Oh my gosh. I have so much
And this little
goosebumps.
girl's the one that's been riding her, good Lord, since all of her events and everything like that. But every time this girl shows up, Diamond just starts hitting the fence.
Right? I know she's here.
She wants Kenna. She wants that child. So she will be going to a new home soon.
Oh my gosh.
But, you know, I've known these people forever. They're like my adopted children. God put them back in my life. And I love them like my kids. And I know that Diamond will go to a good home.
That's good though.
And they're always going to be in my life anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're like my
love
kids.
that.
Right,
She
right.
gets a family. She had a family with you.
She had a
but
family.
this is her very own
but
family.
Every little girl needs a pony to love, and every pony needs a little girl. And
my
when God puts two together, I'm not one to separate them.
Oh, you're
That's
going to make me
nice.
cry. I don't think I've
So
cried
if
on
you
this
ever
show
want
yet.
ponies, there's a way you can get one.
Yeah, right. Miniatures.
Those little girls will argue. They've argued with the judges. So if Kenny hears me call her horse a pony, she'll get mad at me.
That is hilarious. Although they are so okay. Just for clarification purposes, what is the difference between a miniature horse and a pony?
DNA.
Oh, okay.
The DNA. And ponies are meaner. I hate to
Are
say.
they?
Okay.
I had a pony.
Oh, you're cracking me up. That's
It was a
hilarious.
mean little sucker.
Yeah.
You know, but there's good ones out there. But no,
I'm sure.
it's the DNA,
Yeah.
and they look more like a horse. I mean, like Molly,
They do,
she looks
yeah,
like a fat
yeah.
little pony. She's just like fur all over. But if you look at Diamond, Diamond almost looks like a little Arabian.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
And
does.
the stallion looks like he's just gorgeous. He's just long legs, beautiful long body.
Oh.
You know, that's why those two will make a gorgeous baby
Yeah. I
love
because they look like Arabians.
So how often does a horse come into heat so that we
Every
like?
21 days.
Are you?
They're like a
serious?
woman.
Oh my gosh, I didn't.
And I'm the
realize
idiot that owns most of the mares. I own 7 horses, and I've only got, and I was a dummy to go get a stallion. I don't know.
Oh my gosh,
But he was
with
so
all your
gorgeous.
mares.
Oh yeah, boy, oh boy.
He's a part of heaven.
And I got one gelding that's like, no way.
That's hilarious.
I got to deal with all these women.
That's so funny.
So yeah, I got 5 women, 1 stallion, and 1 gelding.
Oh my gosh.
And those women, whew,
That's hilarious. And how long is the gestation period for a horse?
you know what? I honestly don't know. I just know they're in heat and they're terrible for about a week.
Oh, that's funny.
Just terrible.
And
Just
so
like
how,
us.
How long does it take for them to deliver the baby?
Oh, that takes 11 months.
Okay. So
Miniatures actually can carry up to 13 months, depending. on the
my
miniature.
gosh.
And I didn't know that till I asked my friend because she breeds miniatures.
Oh.
And when I didn't understand miniatures, when I first got Molly, I bought every book. I reached out to my best friend,
Yeah.
one of my friends that lives in Durham, and she does miniatures on a regular. I'm like calling her 24/7. What do I do?
Yeah,
What do I do?
yes.
This is not a big horse.
That is hilarious.
Because I was so scared of overfeeding it.
Yeah.
Because you can't overfeed them and they have to have a certain diet.
Right.
And I was really worried about making sure that their health was right.
Right.
So I do all the research I have to do, and I reach out to people I know that know stuff. I don't just assume I know it and try it
That's
because
awesome.
they're all different.
Right.
Horses are all different. And I've had horses that have had founder. I've had horses that have been malnutritioned that are, you've got to be really careful. So before I even try to assume I know it,
Right.
I reach out to
Yeah.
people that know because, I'm
That's
like,
super awesome.
I want to make sure that I do the best I can
Yeah.
for that animal so that I don't hurt it.
You're awesome. Okay, so the question is going to be, are you in the market for horses still? If anybody knows of horses that need a home that are possibly in a situation that is less than desirable, are you someone they can reach out to?
Only if it won't kick or bite my grandkids.
Got it.
My grandkids are my top priority.
Yes, of course.
And every horse I get, I know if it needs a mild amount of work or whatever, I just make sure that my grandkids, because you can't watch 11, come on, 12 kids. Every time I turn around, they're crawling the fence. And the large horses have been pretty much around the kids all the time, and they ride them, so they know. But the grandkids know, don't go in the pen with the large horse unless grandma's around.
Right.
But they're always in the pen with the miniatures.
Oh, that's so
And now we got
sweet.
2 sheep, and they're always constantly trying to get those sheep
hilarious.
used to
Yes.
them. So it's like, I turn around and there they are. They're in the pen.
You're cracking me up. Well, that is so awesome. Okay, so we will, and then if you can't keep it, you generally would know someone who could, right?
Usually, but I am a Black Beauty mentality person. I love the book Black Beauty. And all my life, I worry about what the horse thinks. And at the end, anybody that knows Black Beauty, they know when that horse is beaten and gone through everything. And at the end, it's at an auction, but it hears that guy's voice that raised it. And the horse is trying to whinny, and here it's all busted and beaten, but it's trying to whinny to him. Well, that's my fear. What if one of the horses that I was given and that I'm rescuing ends up being abused? How that I did all that work to get their trust back, and they love me, and God gave me that horse. What happens if somebody hurts it
Yeah.
or gives it to an auction? My worst fear is one of my horses will end up in auction and get bought by a meat market.
Right.
I can't
right.
do that.
Yeah.
I would rather keep them all
Right.
and wait, but the
Thank
very
God
few,
for 11 acres.
and then, God gave me 11 acres, and horses are like potato chips. You can't just take one. But I have to feel it. I literally have to feel it in my heart, and it has to speak to me, and I have to know that's the right home. And several horses that I have given to, I gave one to a friend of mine, Patricia, that it was her want to have a horse, and this horse, a beautiful horse named Reba, beautiful horse. And she had some leg issues and everything like that. She had to have special care. And I gave her to Patricia, and Patricia loved her for years.
Oh, I love that.
And that horse died with her.
Oh,
And that's a gift.
that's
That
awesome.
somebody would take care of a horse that much. And I knew that person, I love that woman to death. And God gave her 2 horses.
I love that.
He gave her 2 beautiful horses,
That's
which
so
I got to take my trailer and go pick them up for her.
Oh, I love
So,
that.
you got to feel it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
you got to pray about it, because if you know it's not right,
that's
don't do
right.
it. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You can sell a horse
Right.
to anybody,
It's true.
but to find the horse to home,
Yeah.
you can't do that with everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why you can't put a price on any of the horses I own.
That's right. Well, we are so grateful for you. Thank you so much for joining us, Sean. And we are going to keep everyone updated. So we will
Yes.
do, even as the story progresses with potential baby, right? There will be new updates, and then also with the potential new home that's coming. So, Sean, thank you for your heart.
Yes.
Thank you for your willingness to spend your money. I mean, you are not. This isn't what you do for a living. You actually have a job, and so you're
Yeah, God
using.
made me a pretty good job.
He did. Thank you, Jesus. So you actually have the ability to care for these horses because it's
Yes.
expensive. Anybody that has horses knows it's
Yes.
expensive, and so we're just so grateful for you. Thank you so much, and I'm so grateful that God put us together. Or I don't know who I
Yes.
would have called that day.
Yeah,
So
right?
yes, so thank you so
Seriously.
much for joining us, and we will. Any parting words to anyone?
No, you just have to be still and listen, and don't ever leave an animal.
Yes,
You know, God tells you to go get it, go get it.
that's right. Put it in your
No,
car.
literally.
Yeah.
Put it in your
And just
car.
please, if you're gonna own a horse, be able to take care of it.
Literally, yes.
Because so many people think they're just like something you can just keep and it's going to be easy. No, they're expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot that goes into it. And don't ever think that you can just take a horse, put it in your backyard, and just give it a little bit and not spend money and time with that horse. My horses aren't yard ornaments.
No.
I use them in my recovery
Oh, right.
to help give back.
I love that.
We use them anytime I'm on a trail. My horses are trained to stop and see children.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because everybody wants to pet a horse.
Yes,
Everybody wants to pet a
yes.
horse.
I love
And I
that.
don't want to deny them that. If I'm given a gift, I'm going to give back.
That's so awesome. Well, you are a gift. So we are very grateful to have you. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will bring you more feel-good stories. Today, you are our hometown hero, Sean.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Provided in this podcast is for general informational purposes only. All opinions expressed are those of the host and guests and do not reflect the official stance of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services or Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Divine Properties or any affiliated entities. This podcast does not constitute legal, financial, or real estate advice, and listeners are encouraged to consult with qualified professionals regarding their specific needs. While we strive to provide accurate information, we make no guarantees regarding the completeness or reliability of any information discussed. We are not responsible for any actions taken by listeners based on the content of this podcast. Additionally, topics covered in the podcast are based on the host's experience and opinions and may not apply to all situations. Listeners are reminded that real estate laws and regulations may vary by location, and information may become outdated over time. By listening to this podcast, you agree to release the host, guests, and any associated entities from any liability related to the topics discussed.